VanCam. This is VanCam you waited for. That's what I mean, Steve. The little shit's giving me grief, mithering me. So boom, you know, he's fallen like a sack of shit on the floor. Next minute I'm stood over him like Keen on Ireland, you know, do you want some more? That's why I don't go to them kids' parties anymore. They just do me head in. I'll see you in a bit, yeah? Check your bad self! I am Kev Ashford. Please allow me to introduce myself. I've just done it anyway, and this is the not world famous. Oh yay! Check that out for effects. I forgot to do that last week. I don't know whether anyone noticed. Get back in the last video and have a look. Hope everybody is alright. I am back in form, back in the VanCam seat this week for another edition. It's like covering the World Cup, and there's always loads to talk about when it comes to Man United as well, and this week is no different. But let me just tell you what's coming up very quickly. First of all, we will do Fellaini Watch. That could only happen to Fellaini. No. Then we will do the big VanCam debate. I'll have the poll from last week, the result, and be setting a new one for this week. See the connection? French connection. Just thought of that then, yeah. Then we will do CockStroker of the week. There's loads of them out there. I've got a top 5 for this week. And the audacity! The goddamn audacity! Potato cakes. Then we will end with your comments. We'll have a look at some of the randomly selected comments from the previous videos. Hope everybody is alright. I am in the mightiest form. I don't know why. The World Cup has started this week, but the big news regarding my team, your team, well, if you support United of course, is that Tony Marshall, the man who came from France and the English press said that he had no chance, has basically informed his agent that he wants to leave Man United. Now, I am a bit gutted about this. I've been critical of Martial in the past, but I'm not one of them that blames everything on Martial. You know, if somebody else has a shit game, I understand that blame game. But Mourinho, please do not let this man go, even to free up funds. You know, if you're interested in somebody else, Martial, for me, he's talented, he's young, he's got potential. You need to work with it. Otherwise, for Mourinho, it's going to be another Kevin De Bruyne, another Mo Salah situation. Does he want that on his hands, Mourinho? I don't think so, because Martial is quality. We know what he's all about. For me, he wants to play for the club. Maybe it is that he doesn't really want to play under Mourinho. Is he being asked things that he can't do? I don't know. Let me know what you think on this. I will be mentioning this in the big VanCam debate. I have got a question that will be coming up very, very shortly. But Martial, honestly, would you sell him? I just don't get it sometimes. I really don't. You have to keep him. You have to keep him for me. And like I said then about Mo Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, we all know, right, what Martial can do. And given a run of games, bit of confidence, he'll do it consistently on a regular basis. But if we let him go, you know, to some shite team like Tottenham, or even if he goes abroad, we know that he's going to rip it up. And that's the heartbreaking thing. I think that's why we have to secure his services. Mourinho has to be a top manager here. Put your arm around him. I always take the piss, don't I? You know, when Tony there he is. Cheer up, Tony! You know, he always looks so sad. What is wrong with you? Hey? But yeah, you know, just cheer up, Tony. Well, maybe that's why he's down. You know, if he does want to leave, this has come out through his agent. We always get this every time there's any internationals or anything like this, something's spouted. But for me, I've read the quotes, doesn't look like he's been taken out of context. And until I suppose we hear from Martial, Tony Marshall, we will not know what he is exactly thinking. So we will have to hang fire on that anyway. Yeah, I'm sort of struggling now anyway. So whilst I'm struggling, we might as well kick this show off. I think we'll fly straight into Fellaini Watch. Some say that on a stag do in Thailand in 2005, he woke up next to a woman called Michelle. He later found out she was actually christened Michael. All that we know is he's called Fellaini.
McTominay has it.
Great ball in, here's the big man Fellaini! Bushy teat! This is Fellaini Watch, it really is. That's why I've grown a big curly-headed fuck of hair, basically just to do Fellaini Watch. If you've not seen it before, it does exactly what it... Yeah, it really... Yeah, it's Fellaini Watch. We just watch and see what the man with the bushy hair has been at. And this week, I've got 2 for you. Now, last week I did tell you that the absolute king of banter, the fact that Marouane Fellaini is being linked with a move to Arsenal, if that couldn't get any better, and to try and beef this transfer up, ex-Arsenal legend Robert Pires has urged the club to sign, and get ready for this in inverted commas, that means he actually is quoted as saying it, quality Manchester United midfielder Marouane Fellaini. Now, I don't know where this interview took place. This is the Daily Mail I've got it from, but I mean, had Robert Pires down 10 cans of special brew before coming out with this comment? I think so. If not, then he needs a slap across the face and a massive kick up the arse, because quality, I mean, when I think of quality players that I've seen, I'm thinking, you know, Batistuta, Ronaldinho, Messi, Zidane, you know, players like that, Rivaldo, players like that. And this dick does not come into that category of quality. So stop trying to beef up the transfer, Robert Pires. What an absolute dick. The next one I've got for you is a video. Have you seen the new Gatorade advert? If you've not, then I'm about to play it. I'll see how this pans out. I'm hoping that I'm going to kind of commentate over it whilst I play it to you. So here's the video. Little Lionel Messi is born, a little drip of piss or something, and look, he's controlled it with his foot, so we know he's gonna be a good player. So Messi as a kid now, and this Gatorade advert comes on as a sub, takes a free kick, have a bit of that, and again under the wall, have a bit of that. So the coach thinks, right, look at the bushy head kid, gotta be Fellaini this. Look, he's put everybody, nobody, he will not be able to score through here, will he? Boom, and here it comes, and he's come through his hair. I'm telling you, this character is based on Fellaini. Seeing it, I was pissing myself. Obviously, it's to do with Lionel Messi. This is for Gatorade, but that could only happen to Fellaini. I guarantee if United stuck 11 men in the goal like that, all spread out, the ball would go through Fellaini's hair. That's Fellaini Watch. Yeah, man, that was Fellaini Watch. That character is surely based on Marouane Footface Fellaini. Maybe we will never find out, but I just had to share that with you. Yeah, there you go anyway. Next up, we will, as we do every week, we'll fly into the big VanCam. I don't know, I just touched my nose then. Oh, it's itchy, that's why. Anyway, we will fly into the big VanCam heated debate. This week, it is on Tony Marshall, who has actually come out and said that he wants to leave United via his agent, I must say. Allegedly, all that, don't want to get sued. So here we go. It's the VanCam heated debate. The big VanCam debate. DMA's on the system. What a band. Right, anyway, before I went to Malta, I did the big VanCam debate. Last week I did a quick VanCam. I couldn't remember actually what it was about. How could I forget, man? The question was, stick with the Chuckle Brothers. Now, anyone that didn't watch it and are thinking, Kev, what are you on about, the Chuckle Brothers? I mean, these two.
I'm Chris Smalling. And I'm Phil Jones.
Yeah, he's Chris Smalling and he's Phil Jones. Them two. Basically, I meant, would you stick with them? Would you keep them even as squad players? Whatever. Anyway, 92% of the poll, thanks for everyone for getting involved, but 92% said, nah, no, we're not sticking with the Chuckle Brothers. Down with that kind of shit. Loads of comments on it. Particularly interesting was the amount of people that actually said that they would keep Smalling in the squad as a squad player over Phil Jones. A lot of people seem to be at their end of the tether. Is that, yeah, with Phil Jones. And it's, you know what I mean, it's a full package with Phil Jones. It's the faces and all that, innit? Anyway, that's that debate put to one side, and now we start another one for this week. So make sure when you see the eye up here, once I've explained it, you cast your vote, and we'll see next week what the result was. This week, unfortunately, it does seem that Martial's agent has come out and said that his client, which is Tony Marshall, wants to leave Man United. Now, I'm disappointed in this. Disappointed big time. I've had me say at the start of the video, I do sense and feel it's going to be another Mourinho fuck up if he lets Martial leave. I know we'll get the same kind of money back for him, but once he goes, it's another De Bruyne, another Mohamed Salah. And does Mourinho want that? You know, why can't he work with him? But anyway, another player that supposedly could leave Man United this season as well is Paul Pogba. Both players are French. See the connection? French connection. Just thought of that then. Yeah, French connect. Right, the French connection anyway. We've got Pogba, we've got Martial. We've got one who apparently through his agent in the French media said he wants to go. That's Martial. And Pogba, keep him pretty stum in it. Playing basketball, a few selfies and all. Oh, whatever. Anyway, out of them, which player would you keep? So you can only keep one. So you're more or less saying if one of them goes, you know, which one do you want to keep more than the other? Okay, so you either vote Pogba, Paul Pogba, if you want to keep Paul Pogba, or Tony Marshall if you want to keep Tony Marshall. So I want to know, out of them two, the one that you'd really want to keep. Do you want to keep Martial, you know, for the potential, what he could become? And again, with Pogba, it's still the same, innit? I don't think we've not seen the best out of Paul Pogba. So I think this is an interesting one. It could divide, and it should be close, because every poll I seem to do is always a landslide. It's literally 90% or over in favour of one result. So let me know what you think. Open up the comment section, and up here, like I said, you can vote in the poll, and next week I will reveal the result. The Big VanCam Debate. That was the Big VanCam heated debate. Make sure you get involved in the poll. Comment in the comment box. Do all that shit. Sick of repeating myself, man. Just do it. You know it makes sense. Anyway, next up, we are going to fire into CockStroker of the week. I've got a top 5 this week. Prepare yourself. Buckle up. Put the seatbelt on and all that, because I'm going to take you on a journey and name who is the #1 CockStroker of the week. CockStroker of the week. Okay, this is CockStroker of the week, and as usual, never lets me down. There's always people out there on a regular basis stroking the old cocks. You know what I'm talking about, and this week is no different. And for this, we make a reappearance of the Louis Van Gaal Filofax. Look at it, even says it on the back, man. How organised am I? It just shows how much VanCam, you know, the only way is up, somebody said. Yeah. Anyway, this week I've got a top 5, so without further ado, let's get through them. Straight in at number 5, and I've waited to do this for a long time. It is Dave Birtwistle. I know you're looking at me now, sunshine, and saying why, but he did actually nominate himself, in fairness, and brought to my attention something that made him a CockStroker. And this is because the other week when I was in Malta, I posted the picture of me and Patrice Evra. There he is. Look at his face. Look at how happy he is to be with Kev. But Dave Birtwistle was big enough to send me a private message and actually say that on first impression of the actual picture, he actually thought it was Patrice Evra out in Malta collecting glasses from round the pool. So for that, Burt whistle, and I have waited a long time for this because down the years, or the year that VanCam's been going, you know, the amount of abuse in the form of lookalikes that have been sent in by you, I've finally got you back. Well, you did nominate yourself, so you get number 5. Number 4, sorry, it threw me there, a bit of blur, song 2. Number 4 is this absolutely bad bellend who was on this morning. Now, before you say, when was this from and that, I don't care, because he's getting the number 4 spot this week. This absolute CockStroker. You know what I'm talking about. You know what? He only went and spent £20,000, and if that wasn't worse, £20,000 of benefits. Yes, benefits that working people like me and you, if you work, of course, you know, contributed towards this. But what did he invest this 20 grand in? You know, a business, something like that, to better himself? No, he did it to look like David Beckham. What a bad bellend, cheeky benefit bastard. He doesn't even look anything like David Beckham, man. And wherever he got this work done, they've had his pants down big time, because he's basically gone in, here's me 20 grand, make me look like Becks. All they've done is stuck a couple of diamond earrings in and dyed his hair blonde. What an absolute dick. And you get number 4. And number 3 this week is Graham Souness. Yes, that bitter Scottish Scouse dickhead. Now, he's come out, and I think we all know he's been in CockStroker of the Week a lot. He's definitely got a personal vendetta against Paul Pogba, a bit like Garth Crooks as well. He's always on, you know, his hair's shit, and we know that. Just judge him on the field. Forget all the other shit that goes with it, the Instagram, the social media. It's just part of these modern day footballers. I'm not saying I agree with it, but you've just got to get on with it. But Souness has come out and he's informed Didier Deschamps, who's the coach of the France national team. He's tried telling him that Paul Pogba's best position is off the bench as an impact player. Have you ever heard so much shite in all your life? Have you actually seen the performances that Pogba actually puts in for France? I think that's why a lot of United fans like me, when you see him turning it on for France, you're like, why can't you do that every week for us, man? But Souness, come on, Paul Pogba, his best position is an impact player off the bench. What have you been smoking, sunshine? And for that reason, you're number 3. Getting to the business end now, we have number 2, and this week it was really close, but number 2 goes to basically a tweet that was in response to football fights. Now, they put out a brilliant tweet. I mean, I love this video. It should show up on the screen now. This is Roy Keane from 1999 against Inter Milan. And as he's getting to the end, you know, they're doing that shit. I don't know how they do it anyway, shaking hands before a game. What's all that about? But Keano's at the front, and as he's coming along, I'm not sure who the first person he actually approaches is, but that's clearly the Brazilian Ronaldo on the end. As he gets to the end, they're fannying about, doing the socks up or something, and Keane just gives this look of disgust, and as they look up, he's gone. But the first comment on this video that was tweeted out was from @YNWA Oz, which is You'll Never Walk Alone Oz. So it's obviously a Liverpool fan, and they tweeted out this, and this is why they get number 2. It said, "There is no bigger anal passage in football than Roy Keane. Oh wait, Sergio Ramos." I told you this last week. These Liverpool fans can just let it go, let it go. Stop blaming Sergio Ramos. What a tune that was there. Totally off the top of my head. Stop trying to blame others. You got beat in the final. You know, when Mo Salah went off, I said it before, I'll say it again. It just proves that you're a big one-man team. You carried on like he'd been sent off. He was only injured. And from that minute on, you know, they believed that Sergio Ramos could cost that clown Karius as well. Listen, Coming out with comments like this is just embarrassing yourself. To be claiming, you know, Ramos this, Ramos that. You're number 2. Number 1. We get to the number 1 of the week, and I'm sure that a lot of Man United fans are going to totally agree with this. This week, number 1 spot goes to this old bat. Yes, it is the Queen of England. No future. Bit of Sex Pistols there, why not? It is the Queen who announced in her honours list that Kenny Dalglish will become Sir Kenny Dalglish. Now, don't get me wrong, I know he's done some good things in football and stuff, off the field as well. You know what I am talking about. But the main thing is, how is this country going to call Kenny Dalglish Sir Kenny Dalglish? This is a man who, when in charge of Liverpool, Luis Suarez racially abused Patrice Evra. What did Liverpool do? And this was from Kenny Dalglish. He instructed his players to go out wearing Suarez tops. You know, Suarez is not to blame. He's not a racist. They tried turning it on Patrice Evra. It wasn't the case. Suarez come out and actually admitted that he racially abused Evra. Yeah, and Kenny Dalglish had the audacity, the goddamn audacity, to stand in front of a camera after that match that they played where they wore the t-shirts, in the t-shirt himself. And they expect everyone to respect him and call him Sir Kenny Dalglish when we all know that he basically backed a racist. My friends, my furry-headed friends, that was CockStroker of the Week for another week.
Can't believe it, man. The Queen strokes cocks.
Don't be a dickhead all your life, Steve. That was CockStroker of the Week. Make sure, as always, get commenting. Let me know what you're thinking, because it helps me out for next week's VanCam, because I can use your opinions and that. Maybe I won't agree with them, but that's all what football is all about. See, I'm losing it again, man. Right, we're going to finish the show with your comments. This is your chance for you shower of sarcastic wankers to have your say. It could be on anything. You could be having woman problems. You know, the dog might keep pissing on your new carpet. Kev is here to help, so fire them questions in and I will see how I can be of assistance. Let's run your comments. Oh yes, this is your comments. That is Oasis. That's one of the best Oasis songs in my opinion, but who gives a shit? I'm sure you don't anyway. I did leave out your comments last week. I promised you I'd have a troll through and pick out a selection of comments. The first one coming from the Kipax Kid, which is clearly a Man City fan. I've got no problem with rival fans watching the channel. I've always said it is predominantly about United, but there are other bits of shit in there as well. And he said, or she, whatever you are, said, at the beginning of that video, I almost felt sorry for you that United had lost. This is obviously going back to when Chelsea won the FA Cup. They said, then I remembered it's United. Yeah, very fun banter. Keep up the good work though, Kev. Out of all this sort of shit I watch on here, you're about the funniest. Thanks very much, Kipax Kid. Nice one, our kid. Well, I must say, what the hell is that avatar all about? Some people have got far too much time on their hands. James Ngula said, I'm not gay, but I think Fellaini is a very sexy man. Behave yourself, Jimmy lad, behave yourself. Sexy man? What, bushy hair? Sexy? Do me a favour. And then there was YouTube royalty in the comments section. Now this is a first. The other week, Cheeky Sport said, keep up the work, bro. I thought it was like a fake account. It was Cheeky Sport, which I was, you know, quite happy about. And then I go one better. Only full-time Devils in the house said, yes, Kev, that was a mint Patrice. And again, I'm going to have to rip out me and Patrice Evra in Malta. Yeah, look at his face. He's so happy. Stay Clint said, Kev, sometimes I think your studio van is an actual van. Mate, I'm putting this debate... It's not a studio. How can it be a studio? It's my place of work. Do you want me to prove it to you? Look. iPad. All the shit. Look, you can see I'm on some kind of industrial estate. Does that do it for you? Studio. Look. Giving away all my secrets now. People will know this industrial estate and they'll be down there. Might be birds coming down thinking there's a bit of dogging going on. Down with that kind of shit. There we go. Steve071 said this vid was a tan cam, VanCam. I nearly had to adjust the contrast. You're looking so well after the holiday. Few people said, you know, did you have a great holiday? You look like you did. Of course I did. Look at the tan. The tan is still there. I reckon, you know what I mean? I wouldn't look out of place on Love Island with all them bellends. Or The Only Way is Essex. This is Chelsea and all that shit. Imagine me on that. Ripping up shit. Ripping trees up. Have a bit of that fucking Fellaini elbow, yeah? Robert Ingram, about last week's VanCam, said, have to admit, Kev, this was one of the greatest VanCams ever. Raheem Sterling was absolute classic. Yeah, that was because of his tattoo. And I said, I just think he's an absolute nipple having a weapon. He is a weapon, actually, but having a weapon, the weapon that killed his dad, tattooed on his leg. Like, you need reminding of that. Oh, just in case I forget. Fuck. I don't know. Google said, looks like you melted in Malta. Listen, it's died down a bit now. Few people say, is it a spray tan? It's not. It was Malta. For Christ's sake. No football questions. I'm trawling through looking. It's just constant people taking the piss. You know, you've got my time here. My expert analysis, opinions. A man who's played the game for the Fiddler's Green. Send me questions about football. Do you know what I mean? That's Statman Dave's on Sky Sports News now and everything. MUTV. Ripping up stats. I don't get anything. I just get Kev. You look like a twat, you know, this, that. You look like Teabag, you look like Gary Neville. Statman Dave don't get that. He's getting a right easy ride, man. I bet he's getting paid as well. I'm not. About 20p a video, man. Ah! Nabil Mohammed on the Facebook page. The Facebook page is at Kev's VanCam. Drop a like in on that. Said, look-alike, question mark. I don't think so. Same person, definitely. VanCam. Hosted by Dejan Lovren. Cheeky bastard! Cheeky bastard! Cheeky twastard! Mix between a twat and a bastard. You know the crack now, a twastard, that's what I say. That dirty scouse, Dejan Lovren. You're saying he looks like me? In fact, he looks like me. There's only one Kev. What a shit way, again, to end the video. Anyway, England are playing Monday night. I'm not really arsed. I will watch games in the World Cup, but I've always told you I stopped kind of following England late 90s when all that shit went on. Booing United players, all this stand up if you ain't Man U and all that. Do you know what? It happened the last warm-up game, Ellen Road. Rashford and Lingard both booed. Because the majority of fans were obviously Yorkshire sheepshaggers. They were obviously Leeds fans, giving him shit. And then Rashford scores an absolute worldie and they're all clapping. Yay! We're England, we're England. Down with that kind of shit, man. Listen, you can get comments in. Drop a like on the video right now. That is not very hard. It's an appreciation of what Kev, you know, half an hour of my time each week. And anything you want to send in. Believe me, I do. I always say I have little breaks off Twitter, but secretly I am going through and having a look and seeing what people have sent me. So thank you very much to everyone who contributes towards the slowest growing Manchester United. I'll try that again. Thanks to everyone who's contributed towards the slowest Manchester United growing YouTube channel in the history of YouTube. Nice one. Enjoy the World Cup. Have a load of beer. Don't be too, you know, mithering people and all that, because people don't like that. If they do, just mither the hell out of them. Nice one. I'm off. See ya.